Hey guys, now welcome back. Now in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to display values of variables. So then in the next tutorial, when I teach you guys a little bit more about variables, we can actually display those. So I'm gonna return a couple lines. We're gonna grab this printf function here. I'm just gonna copy that, paste it above this comment line, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this string and reduce it to a quick statement. But before that, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of room, and we're going to declare a variable. Now, I'm not going to go in depth in this tutorial about variables. That'll be the next preceding tutorials. But I simply want you to put int, which stands for integer, if you remember from the main function description. And let's name this variable Jedi Master. Alright, notice how I used an underscore there. It would be improper if we just left a space. That wouldn't be a good, as you can see, an error variable name. So we're going to do an underscore. It could be, Jedi Master with a capital M, so you can read it as if. And you know what? We'll leave it like that because I like that a little bit better. So declare your variable and name that Jedi Master. Then what we're going to do down here is we're going to take that variable and we're going to assign a value to it. So we're going to say equals 100. Now this can be written a few different ways, and I'll show you that once we get into the variable section. But what I want to get to is this printf function. Now that we've declared a variable and assigned a value to it, what I want you guys to do is write something like Jedi Master status, and then what I want you to do is put a %i, alright? And then put a period, and let's put a line break in here as well. So we're going to combine a few things that we've learned so far. Then after the quotation mark, so you see where my cursor is, I want you to put a comma, and then we're going to write Jedi Master. Alright? So now you see that this is highlighted yellow, as well as these variables after we've declared it up there. And now you're probably wondering, why did we put a %i? Why did we put the variable name here? And that's what I want to teach you guys here. This is how we're going to display our variable that we just created within our printf function, so you guys can see the output. So this %i here is basically saying it's a placeholder for an integer. So our program's running and it comes to this string and it says, hey, what is this %i? This %i then proceeds with the next argument, and it looks for what it is, the Jedi Master integer that we've established above. So then it's going to interject whatever the variable value is, in this case 100, and so our statement is going to read, let's go ahead and run it, and after 54 milliseconds we get Jedi Master status 100. Maybe we should put something like equals 100 or something like that. Rerun that. Jedi Master status equals 100. So you can see that by simply notating or referencing, basically putting a placeholder in there, telling our program that, hey, we want to interject a variable into this. That variable is going to be obviously the next argument, so that's going to be Jedi Master. This looks up here to say, hey, what's my value? The value that we established is 100, and that matches up with the variable type, which is an integer, which we'll get into the next tutorial. But just showing you, to get that onto the screen and display it, we got to put a %i. Now, a couple different variations of that. The D also works, and I'll explain that in future tutorials. You'll see that an F is going to be for another type of variable that we establish. So once you get to this point, you definitely can see how displaying variables is going to help us as we learn these different variable types and so on and so forth. So we'll catch you guys in the next tutorial. Glad you guys are still watching. See you later.